Man, that was emotional. I was left speechless there for a second. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games, and you guys have been asking me to talk about more Bloodborne music, so here we are. Today we're going to listen to and talk about the theme for Gehrman The First Hunter from Bloodborne. Let's go. Solo violin, very, very lonely. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is so different from other Bloodborne music I've heard. Okay, there was a little build up there. I was expecting this to grow into something more like the music of Bloodborne that I'm used to, like, you know, loud choirs and loud orchestra and brass and super energetic and disturbing and big. But it seems like they're going more the route of the Lord of Cinder theme from the first Dark Souls, where the piece is very quiet and emotional the whole way through, at least I think. So it's very lonely and sad and intimate, but the thing that surprised me the most so far, which I didn't expect from Bloodborne, is there's a little hint of positivity, of, I want to say, acceptance and resignation. There's some chord progressions here that are more positive than they usually use in this game. Like, for example, listen to this. This sounds so unusual for Bloodborne standards. Listen to how positive and kind of peaceful these chords sound. And you know, here on the channel, I usually listen to songs of games that I know about, you know, and I know the story, I know the lore. So it's fun to every once in a while to listen to songs from games that I know very little about, like Bloodborne, because it triggers my imagination and I can't help but start to think of what this song is about. So you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm right on this, but to me it sounds like, you know, it's obviously sad and melancholic, but there's hope in this. It feels like there's some acceptance and like a hopeful sadness in this. Beautiful melody, and it kind of has a repetitiveness to it, an insistent. Whenever in music I hear something that is repetitive and insistent like this, it gives to me a theme of madness and insanity to repeat something over and over again, even if it's beautiful like this. Oh, is it gonna change now? Beautiful counterpoint. And again with the solo, this time it's the cello. You guys remember in my last video about Bloodborne where I talked about counterpoint, which is an old system of harmony that is still used today, but it was more common centuries ago. And here in this part you can see them again in Bloodborne using counterpoint to make the track sound old, authentically old, which of course goes very well with the setting of Bloodborne. Here. Very cool counterpoint, and this one doesn't sound as old as the Ludwig one, but it still sounds very authentic. Sounds like something that could have come out from the Romantic period, for example. It's growing. It's like a build-up. This is interesting. Okay, so now the harmony come up. This is interesting. Look at this. So they have kind of a build-up here. You expect this to explode, and then they kind of resolve this build-up in a kind of a deceptive way. Can you hear that there's only two voices here? There's no chords. Here the chords come in. But before, check this out. Pay attention to how there's no chords at that part. It's just two lonely voices, which I guess is appropriate for a duel. You know, a duel is just two characters battling each other. So here in the music, there's also two characters, two voices. One higher melody and one lower melody in the bass. Oh, and now this is that repetitive, insistent melody from before again. But there's more rhythm to it now. You know what I'm noticing here, and I think they're doing this intentionally actually. They're putting all these build-ups in the song that you think are gonna lead somewhere, and all these, you know, quiet moments that create a lot of anticipation, and it feels like it's gonna explode, and the real song is gonna start anytime. So I feel like they're playing with our expectations here, because, you know, they've set an expectation for the entire game that boss battles are explosive and big and loud, and the full orchestra and the choir comes in. So by putting a very chill and quiet and emotional song like this as the final boss theme, or one of the final boss themes, you know, they put us on edge. You keep thinking, when is this gonna explode? When is the big orchestra gonna come in? And that's such an interesting way to experience such a quiet and melancholic and sad song. So beautiful. I love how oh man. There's so much emotion on this note, and I love how I was going to say, I love how this song, there's not so much effort put into themes on you know, recognizable melodies and themes. It feels like an unconscious stream of emotion. You know, the song keeps flowing and evolving and changing from one form to the other. So lonely. I feel like it's growing. See a fake build up again. Man, I was not expecting that. You see what they did there? They kept faking us out the entire song, you know, fake build up after fake build up. I had completely lost hope that there would be something else to this song. And of course, it's still not, you know, the big, loud and fast style that we're used to for boss themes in Soulsborne games. But still, this choir hits with so much impact after all these fake outs. Man, that was emotional. I was left speechless there for a second. Man, that was crazy. And you know what else is crazy? The theme from Ludwig, also from Bloodborne, which I've also done a video on. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna put here the videos I did on Dark Souls music. And remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.